Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm running behind, Diane. I'm running behind. How are you, Diane? I'm here. All right. I'm running behind. I'm trying to get things done. So, Diane, I just sent you 4 more pictures. Don't yell. Do not yell at me today. Well, not that you yell at me any other day, but today could be the day. All right, good morning. I am your host, BKP. Let me get my legal pads ready. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching um you're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America.com. I am your host. Where's my other thing? Hold on here. What happened to it? Looking for my charger. Just wait just a second. Please do not. I had some phone calls. Things are moving fast. Let's see. There we go. All right. I think I'm ready. Let's try that again. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America.com. It's great to be here. All right. So we have a lot to go over today. Now, I have to tell you this, and I just say this because there are children that watch the show from time to time. I mean, from time to time, I like to listen to Joe Rogan and some of the others, but I don't like some of the bad words. But every once in a while, I say a couple words that are offensive. And I just want to give you a warning today in advance. I could say something. It is the last day. Now, tomorrow we will not be on the air. We will give you some more information on that. We're going into convention weekend, our district conventions here at the Georgia GOP Inc. This weekend, and we have some things we're planning for the weekend. I will be attending a convention, so will Diane. There's going to be a lot of time spent today on the Georgia GOP. For example, desperation to save the swamp. Oh, by the way, if no one has told MSNBC, ABC, CBS, or the American people, Russia won the war and Ukraine lost. Yes, I know they don't want to tell you after the billions of dollars that you shoved into this investment that now, since World War II, we've had a little difficulty. God bless the men and women that have given their life to this country, that have wore the uniform. God bless them. But since World War II, we've struggled a little bit in this country with what it means to win a war. Yes, it's sadly America. It's not our strong suit. So with billions of dollars of investment into the war, Russia won. They keep talking about Russia not negotiating. I've said this over and over. Trump Witkoff is going to see Putin. Witkoff is going to Russia for the 4th time. Is that correct? The 4th. I could care less if Scott Bessent and Elon Musk yelled at each other. I don't care. Okay. If you have two people and they're very powerful, strong, opinionated people, and they don't yell at each other from time to time, okay. Witkoff, where's he at? Let me just give you this right here. Give me number 107. Good morning, Diane. I don't think I said good morning to you. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So, Trump envoy heads to Moscow for more Ukraine peace talks with Putin. Steve Witkoff is going to Moscow for the fourth time. I've said on this show for months on end, we're looking at a way to normalize relationships, angry or not, with Russia. And Russia, we are actually not. It's a peace plan, but we're negotiating an unconditional surrender of Ukraine. And Trump has basically told Zelensky, you give them Crimea, they're going nuts over Crimea. You give 2014, it's 2025, 11 years now. 11 years, Russia has occupied Crimea. For 11 years, since 2014, I think it is, we don't recognize Russia's occupation of Crimea. But you know what? You don't want to give up territory? You can give up everything. Putin says he'll take the whole thing. Is that what you're asking? And then you're going to have Russia on the doorstep of NATO? So we'll talk about that a little later in the show. All right? Take that down. Now, Diane, I'm asking you nicely, really, take the kids away from the TV, because I don't want to say something. I don't want to say something that, the little kid's going to go to school and say, but maybe, it wouldn't hurt to hear it. So give me number 136. This is Debbie Dushitz, okay? And, Debbie Dooley. I'm sorry, I called her Debbie Dushitz, all right? So Debbie Dushitz there is former House Speaker David Ralston. And I don't know if Debbie Dushitz remembers calling me and asking me if I can get her a meeting with House Speaker David Ralston. I don't know if she remembers that, because I don't know who in her current purchase plan. Now, I don't know if it's cash. I don't know what currency. I don't know if anything exchanges. But she is desperate. Her and this guy, what's his name? Bill Simons, they're desperate. Now, Debbie has a hard time with fact. That's Debbie, we don't give two shits about your duelist. We don't care about you. Or Debbie has a hard time with fact. And the fact is I live in Georgia House District 7. Fact. Fact is that Debbie knows that Ralston's opponents, 3 of them, David Ralston's opponents, 3 of them, bought advertising, not on this program, with a marketing company that I'm affiliated with. She knows that. She can't tell the truth. Debbie Dulis cannot look at you and tell the truth. She can't. She's so desperate right now. I don't know, and Debbie, I don't know the deal you have, but I don't know if you're getting a success payment, like a win payment. I don't know if you have a deal with someone that if certain candidates win, you get a bonus. I don't even know what you're getting. Dark money somewhere, if you are. Because you won't tell anybody. You block everybody. You say one thing about Debbie Dulis on one thing, and she blocks you and calls you names. A guy sent me a screenshot the other day where he said something on her X feed, and she called him a scumbag or something and blocked him. That's the way she is. All right. So what she knows for a fact, an absolute fact, is that 3 of her candidates, Debbie's candidates, purchased advertising with a marketing company I'm affiliated with. Advertising, period. Political advertising. It happens every day. Happens every day in the AJC. It happens every day on the TV networks. It happens every day on Fox News. It happens every single day. She knows it for a fact. She's a liar. I'll look right at you. This woman is a liar, and she can't stand that every time she puts out something false, we show the facts, okay? So she knows that. And the other fact is that this guy here, former Speaker of the House, David Ralston, he purchased advertising on that same platform. Same platform. So she doesn't want to tell you Sam, Margaret, others that ran against the speaker bought advertising on the platform. They are so desperate in Georgia. The swamp, America. This is how desperate they are. Now, this is what she tweeted out. It's so funny, okay? She can't give me number 134. So get ready to go back because this is so. Now I'm disgraced. It is hypocritical that disgraced former Georgia GOP first vice chair Brian Pritchard is attacking Stephen Aaron for working for David Ralston. I'm not attacking Stephen Aaron for working for David Ralston. I'm not doing that. It's a fact. Stephen Aaron worked for David Ralston. Stephen Aaron is running for chairman of the Georgia 9th District. It's a fact. He worked for David Ralston for years. It's a fact. Almost every sign that was put up in the 7th District of the State House, Stephen Aaron put them up that said Ralston. It's a fact. He got a paycheck for working for him. Period. There's nothing hypocritical about anything I'm saying this morning. Now, I told you yesterday, okay? Now, I want to go back and show you something. Here you go, is attacking Stephen for working for David Ralston. Pritchard is as reliable as CBS 60 Minutes. Pritchard was a good friend with Ralston and frequently talked to Ralston. I did frequently talk to David Ralston. I look people in the eye, Debbie. You can't look people in the eye. You lie. You're just the biggest liar. I have been in David Ralston's office many times when I went to the Capitol. I go knock on doors. I live in the district. I live in the 7th District. I go out in town when he was alive. He would be in town at different places, restaurant, wherever. I would go to ribbon cuttings. The governor would be there. State senator would be there. Ralston would be there. I went to a lot of things. She is correct in the frequently talk to Ralston. That is correct. David Ralston was my State House District Rep, Speaker of the House for years, okay? Second, Ralston was always a client of one of Pritchard's companies and gave him money. Just told you that. She doesn't tell you that all of Ralston's opponents also participated and purchased things with that company. She doesn't tell you that. She's a liar. They are so desperate. This is all public. You can go and look it up. Go look it up today. You can look up everyone, right? If they spend advertising, they spend advertising. Pritchard also helped recruit and endorse Brian Parker for 9th District Chair. Really, Debbie? Did I do that? Did I recruit Brian Parker for 9th District Chair? Or did I talk to Brian Parker like I talk to a lot of people every day? Did the conversation come up that he was thinking about running for 9th District Chair? Yes, it did, Debbie. You struggle. Why are you so hard struggling? Let's see. So Parker supports the GRA accountability rule that always a small number of Republicans in backroom deals are to decide who gets to qualify to run as a Republican. Now, this is what she puts out. Debbie totally hates the GRA now. I'm not a member of the GRA. The GRA turned me down. I sent them $35. They sent me my $35 back. I'm not a member. They didn't want me. Debbie wants to sell an R. Anyone can buy an R, no accountability whatsoever, and we're tired of that in Georgia. Debbie Dooley now supports anyone. She supports Debbie Dooley supports Governor Brian Kemp. She supports these people. She does not push back. Period. She attacked him for supporting the accountability rule. Now, give me number, again, 136. Just to remind Debbie that, remember, Debbie, right there, remember when you asked me to get you that meeting? You remember that day you called me up and said, hey, I'm going to the Capitol. I would like to meet with Ralston. I would like to bury the hatchet with David Ralston. You remember that, Debbie? You remember you wanted to bury the hatchet with David Ralston? You don't remember that, Debbie? Because I do. Because I have the picture. Because guess what, Debbie? You sent it to me. You're the one that sent me that picture, Debbie. Oh, my God, these people, it's absolutely, you can't make up the level, the total level of just deceit, lies. Now, give me number 47. You can't make this up. We're trying to save Georgia, folks. These are not America first. Debbie Dooley will tell you she supports Donald Trump, right? So let's roll all this out. 1, 2, 3. She attacks me. Let's go back here. Give me number 124. She attacks me. Cost me 60 minutes. Debbie, we need to do a wellness check on your ass. There's something bad wrong with you. You're crazy as hell. That's what's wrong with you. It's a hypocrite that disgraced former GOP, I'm disgraced, is attacking Stephen Aaron for working with David Ralston. Pritchard was a good friend with Ralston and frequently talked to I talk to Ralston all the time. I fought legislation. People around the state know that. People would call me and say, Ralston's in your district. Can you tell him we don't want this passed? Debbie Dooley knows. She can't tell the truth. The woman can't tell the truth. Debbie Dooley knows. The people in this district know. The people around the state know that I fought David Ralston on HB 1170, the mental health bill. They know that. These people in the state know that I fought Ralston. I called his office over and over and said, you have to get rid of, it was at HB 1170, right? Everyone knows that. People call me all over the state. Can you call Ralston and tell him to get rid of this bill? He knows it. I drove to Atlanta and walked in his office and took the bill. What was it, 74 pages? And I said, you can't pass this. Right at his desk. He knows it. Well, he's dead. Debbie called me, all right, and spent money with the company. Okay, Debbie, which you know who all did. Pritchard also helped recruit and endorse Brian Parker for 9th District Chair. Parker supports the GRA accountability rule that allows a small number of Republicans in backroom deals to get qualified to run as Republicans. So Debbie Dooley is against you. Hey, she's against you in Walker County. She's against you in Catoosa County, right? You know it. She's against you. Debbie Dooley's against you in Pickens County. And she supports Josh McCoon. They are definitely against pushing back on any Republican. In the state of Georgia, we're not allowed, according to Josh McCoon, according to Stephen Aaron, that's running for 9th District Chair, according to Debbie Dooley right here, we're not allowed to push back on a Republican. So I guess Debbie Dooley is fully in support of Brian Kemp today as we talk. Maybe she can get a 60-minute interview as we talk. She's fully, all right? Now, I don't know what she's thinking. She knew I was going to come out with the truth, right, Debbie? I won't put your racist tweet out, Debbie. I won't put your racist tweet out. at the current time. Okay. Now, give me this right here. I wasn't going to start here, but I just, these people are unreal. They think they're just going to roll out and try to manipulate elections and steal elections and lie. I mean, these are Democrat tactics. Debbie, are you a Democrat now? Because you seem to be supporting a lot of Democrats with R's on their names. Give me number 47. Now, here is Debbie's endorsement of Stephen Aaron, which is true. He was David Ralston's campaign manager. This is true. And a couple years ago, when he was in the 9th district, when Stephen Aaron, a couple years ago, when he was the resolutions chairman of the resolutions, right? We know good and well that he submitted a resolution honoring David Ralston's life, right, Debbie? You know that, right? Because you know that this guy right here, in the resolutions in the 9th District of Georgia, Debbie, he submitted a resolution at the 9th District Convention. Remember, Debbie? Because you attacked it, if I remember, Debbie. I think we have something where you tweeted out an attack on that. We may find that, okay? But this guy right here went to the convention floor in the 9th District and presented a resolution that he drafted supporting David Ralston and honoring his life and legacy in the 9th District. Okay. Well, guess what? It got turned down. It got voted down. He got booed out of the room. All right. He knows that. You know that. Debbie Dooley knows that. They call me the Ralston friend. Hey, I will admit I fought legislation. I will admit I called David Ralston. I'll admit I went to his office. I'll admit that he purchased advertising on a platform, just like Sam, just like Margaret, just like all of his opponents. Debbie knows that. Maybe she'll come out with the truth this afternoon. She'll wake up. Wake up. So I'll wrap this up. I am absolutely supporting Stephen Aaron for 9th District Chair. Stephen is a worker bee. He's not. She doesn't tell you that Stephen is a Nikki Haley voter. She doesn't tell you that Stephen is a Nikki Haley supporter. She doesn't tell you he's MAGA. She doesn't tell you he's America First. She doesn't tell you he supports Donald Trump. No, she doesn't tell you any of that because Debbie Dooley knows it's not true. Somebody's pushing her ass. Hey, help us with Stephen Aaron. What's in it for you, Debbie? This is the 9th District. This is the 9th District, the most Republican voting district, one of them in the United States. Who's pushing your Democrat ass, Debbie? You are unreal. You can't, I swear to God, the lies that are coming out of your mouth on a daily basis. He will be an asset to the 9th District. He's impressed me with how hard he works for a number of years. Are those number of years, the years that he was campaign manager? Why, you, Debbie, when you were bringing in candidates, when you were supporting candidates, when you were backing candidates against David Ralston, this guy was putting out Ralston signs. Is this where you learned how hard he worked? He will be an asset to the 9th District. His opponent, Brian Parker, was recruited by the disgraced, once again, me, vice chair, and will be a rubber stamp for Pritchard and David Cross. Now go back to this one right here. Go back to 136. Debbie, as you're smiling in this picture, as fond of burying the hatchet that day with David Ralston in his office, I remember you thanking me for getting you that meeting, because I did. Maybe the love of your country, maybe doing the right thing, maybe something will surface again in your life that will take away your need to do what you're doing, lying, character assassination, whatever you do next. Because, Debbie, listen, the talk all over the state is someone, we're not for sure. I've had a couple phone calls, right, Debbie? You know that. But someone, the talk is paying you quite handsomely to do this. That's what we hear, Debbie. You won't come clean on that. You'll attack everybody in the state when push comes to your Democrat ass. But you won't come clean. You block everybody. If somebody says boo, you block them. Somebody says something, you attack them, right? If you put out a tweet too fast and you realize it's racist, you delete it. That's right. You're supporting someone that, look him in the eye and ask him, Debbie, did he vote for Nikki Haley and not Donald Trump? Because in your text or your tweet out there, you do not say Trump at any time. You do not brag about his MAGA credentials. You don't brag about his America First because you know it's not true. So if you must know, Debbie, I'm going to the 9th District Convention, okay? I'm going to the 9th District Convention, Debbie, and I'm going to shake hands with every delegate I can find, and I'm going to ask them to vote for Brian Parker. And you know why I'm going to ask them to vote for Brian Parker, Debbie? Because I'm talking to you. Because unlike you, I support Trump. Unlike you, I will not ask the 9th District of Georgia to support a chairman, a Nikki Haley supporter. I won't do that. Unlike you, I won't ask the 9th District of Georgia to support someone that's not America First, MAGA, supports Donald Trump, and I'm very sure voted for Donald Trump. You see, I won't do that. Unlike you, I will not support someone that says, hey, hands off anyone. You see, I supported, although they don't support me, although they don't like me. I didn't get up this morning to count the numbers of who likes me, Debbie. I really didn't. Just not what I do. They don't like me in Catoosa County over there, the chair. The chair doesn't like me at all, but I support them. I support them in their accountability rule. They don't like me over in Walker County. The chair over in Walker County can't stand me, but I support them trying to get an accountability rule. The new chair in Pickens County. The new chair in Pickens County absolutely despises me. But guess what, Debbie? I supported them when they put their accountability rule in. Chatoog, I went all the way up there. Alex Johnson will tell you. I went in full support. Denise Burns will tell you. She was in the room. I'm tired of people buying an R like they're on Wheel of Fortune. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people just going in and writing a check and saying, here you go. Now give me my R to go on my chest. I'm a damn Republican. You see, Debbie, in the 9th District, Debbie, we have damn Democrats because of people like you and people like Stephen Aaron. We have damn Democrats as chairmen or as commissioners in our counties in North Georgia. We have counties that voted 80% red, Debbie, 80% red for Donald Trump that have Democrats on their commissioners board. And you know how they got Democrats? Because the Democrats signed up and pretended to be Republicans, and they put enough money behind these people to try to tell people they were Republicans, and they're not, Debbie. They're not. So you keep your ass wherever you live now, because I understand you've lived in about 7 places in 2 years. So I don't know where you're living right now, Debbie. I don't know where you're at, where you live, what county you vote in. I mean, you probably voted illegally in the last 3 elections because you live all over the place. If we really checked it out, Debbie, keep your ass out of the 9th District. You don't live in the 9th District. It's none of your damn business what we do in the 9th District because we support Donald J. Trump in the 9th District, unlike you. You got it? So before you go throwing your ass out there of who likes David Ralston, don't forget. Keep smiling, Debbie. All right, how did that happen? All right, so when we return, let's talk about Ukraine. Let's talk about Donald Trump. Let's talk about China. anything else other than Debbie Do-Shits. Take a break.
Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Dave's Chevrolet, Dave's gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Okay, so welcome to the show. Thank you, Diane. Good morning. 10 o'clock, we'll have the Georgia Hour. Now, tomorrow, we will not be here. We'll probably just run the show in loop until Monday. We're just letting you know that we will not have a live broadcast tomorrow. I'm leaving in the morning, going up for the 9th District Convention. I'm going to be up there tomorrow night and Saturday at the convention, and Diane also will be at the convention. And she has some things that she's working on. So tomorrow will be a show running in loop unless we come up with something else that we want to put up there. We just want to let you know up front. Now, we've talked about the Department of Defense. And I want to do that at 9 o'clock because we've talked about Pete Hegseth. We have number 18, and I want to pull up all the graphics on this number 18. All right. Good morning, Diane. How are you? I don't even know if I said good morning to you. Just in, Tulsi Gabbard has referred several intelligence officials to Pam Bondi, Department of Justice, for prosecution for leaking classified information. Now, the question we have, and we're going to be looking at every single thing out there, is referrals to Pam Bondi for criminal prosecution. We're still waiting for Pam Bondi, number 44. I mean, you're referring people from the Department of Justice for leaking. I get that. Okay. But we have a lot of things that Pam could be doing. A lot of things. So we're going to talk about that at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. I want to take a brief minute and dispel a couple things that are being said concerning China, tariffs, and negotiations. Now, first of all, we'll talk about this one also. Give me number 7. We brought this to you the other day. We are always out in front. We brought you this the other day. The rift between Scott Bessent, IRS, Gary Shapley, was that his name? He was only there a couple days. Bessent said that Musk did an end around, and there was a conflict there. We brought that to you a couple days ago. They're trying to cause a lot of problems between Scott, Elon, Trump. So let's go over China and tariffs for a minute, okay? Give me number 17. China denies having talks with the U.S. on tariffs. Now, China cannot come out. They just cannot come out and say, yes, we are talking with the U.S. We're trying to work out a deal now. They have to use caution and they have to stand firm. But China's in a situation, and we'll get to that. I want to go through all of the China graphics first, and we're going to play a couple. We're going to play a couple videos for you this morning on the tariffs. Now, hold on, I'm going through everything. There you go. Number 53, this is from Moscow. Trump believes U.S. will make a deal with China on tariffs. Now, when it comes to China, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, the entire world, Trump's trying to solve a lot of things. The president of the United States is trying to solve a lot of things at one time. And I know you don't fall into certain narratives, but give me number, still staying with China. Give me just a moment here. Oh, that one's on Lloyd Austin. I'm trying to click through. I've got 100 and some here, and I probably shouldn't. I should have them. Oh, by the way, give me this one here. Number 83. As we're talking about the tariffs, Toyota is going to invest an additional, they already have a plant in West Virginia. Toyota is going to invest an additional $88 million to expand their Toyota plant. Number 85, Toyota invests $88 million in West Virginia plant. Okay? $88 million they're going to invest there. So 87, Trump again expresses optimism about deal with China. Now, here's where I want to dispel the rumors. Number 88. Because our corrupt, evil, demonic media. Sources. CEOs warn Trump of empty store shelves. All right? Now, that is the Chiron. They want to scare you that the shelves will be empty. Number 89, empty shelves. Now, here's the truth about this. We do purchase a lot of products. We purchase a lot of products from China. And Trump is going to, China needs us. So Trump pulls the top CEOs in, and they have a meeting with Scott Bessent, number 90, okay? And Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, this is a brilliant man, and he's realistic. He understands we have to turn this behemoth. You got to understand, the World Trade Organization, right? Bill Clinton brought China in. That's how long they've been in the WTO. Bill Clinton brought China in to the WTO. And everybody tried to sell us, if China comes into the WTO, their form of government will collapse and they will become capitalist. There you go. So then we have NAFTA, WTO. You cannot change this in 30 days. You can't do it. So he's telling you China trade rebalancing could take 2 or 3 years. It could take some time to rebalance the trade with China. So we have to know, okay, from these retailers, what's the last day you can order in May? Or what's the last day you can order to not hurt the shelves come Christmas? To not have the kids missing toys on the shelf or whatever. Give us details on what products you would be hurting on first, your fastest selling items. Where do we have to shift? You got to get with these retailers and you got to say, where do we have to shift? What are the items that you get from China that we could purchase somewhere else? So they have a meeting, and what do? The first thing our media reports is shelves will be empty. That's a lie. That's a total lie. These people are not going to just let the shelves go empty. It's not going to happen. Now, Scott Bessent, let's go with, listen to video 1.
I wish to be clear. America first does not mean America alone. To the contrary, it is a call for deeper collaboration and mutual respect among trade partners. China's current economic model is built on exporting its way out of its economic troubles. It's an unsustainable model that is not only harming China, but the entire world. We want to help it change because we need rebalancing too.
So he talks about the rebalancing on both parts that have to be done. There has to be a balance. Things have to change. We have no choice, but things have to change. Now, I want you to go to video, because this is what CNN played. I want you to listen. This is a little over a minute long, to Scott Bessent. Give me video, I think it's 12. Give me video 12. Listen to Scott Bessent, Treasury Secretary.
China in particular is in need of a rebalancing. Recent data shows the Chinese economy tilting even further away from consumption toward manufacturing. China's economic system, with growth driven by manufacturing exports, will continue to create even more serious imbalances with its trading partners if the status quo is allowed to continue. China's current economic model is built on exporting its way out of its economic troubles. It's an unsustainable model that is not only harming China, but the entire world. China needs to change. The country knows it needs to change. Everyone knows it needs to change, and we want to help it change because we need rebalancing too. China can start by moving its economy away from export overcapacity and towards supporting its own consumers and domestic demand. Such a shift would help with global rebalancing that the world desperately needs.
Wow, CNN missed that, right? Did you hear? Now, the only thing they want to tell you, 116, they want to tell you that, that Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, and Elon Musk are screaming at each other in a shouting match. They don't want to talk about, right here, 98. They don't want to talk about that. 98. China won't negotiate under threats or pressure. That's the Chiron. These are total lies. China has to. 97. This is their trade minister, China's trade minister, right? Global trade war. China won't negotiate under pressure. They won't be bullied. Scott Bessent just told you, okay? China's in need of rebalancing. They have to have your orders. They have put themselves in such a manufacturing mode that if they don't have our orders, they've got a problem. Now, economically, as he said, they can't export their way out of their troubles. So China needs help rebalancing their economy. We need to rebalance our trade deal with China and how it works. Negotiations on both parts have to happen, but more for China. Scott Bessent knows that. We've showed you over and over. China economically has a serious problem. So Trump says, you know what? We'll get something in 2 or 3 weeks. I see it coming. Hold on a minute. I think which one is that? There's Scott Bessent. Give me video 3.
A lot of leaders attending the post-Tuno who also said they'd like to meet with you while you're there. Do you have any meetings set up?
Yes, I do. I have a lot of meetings set up. I don't know if I can do it. Do you want to help me out, fellas? I got a a lot of meetings. I got every leader in the world, which tells you that we have a good product. It's called the United States of America, and it's great.
And on the war in Ukraine, are you going to be meeting with President Zelensky? He's asked to meet with you this weekend. Will you be meeting with him?
I don't know.
So we'll get into Ukraine in a minute, but Trump is going to the Pope's funeral. He has a lot of meetings set up. They're calling every day, wanting to, hold on just a minute. I want to see if this is the right video I have here. Diane, I apologize. Hold on a minute.
The table actually includes officially recognizing the Crimean Peninsula as Russian territory.
Wrong one. So China has to rebalance. Don't worry about the shelves. They want to scare you every single day. There was a meeting with CEOs. All right. There was a meeting with the top retailers in our country that import a lot of stuff from China to know the value, the date, the timing, make sure everything is set in place so they understand. Now, God forbid our media would come out and be supportive of our country in any way whatsoever, to tell the truth, that negotiations are happening. They're happening. They claim they're not. China claims they're not. But they're taking place because China has to rebalance. Scott Bessent just told you that. And nobody is backtracking, and Trump's not backtracking. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Crimea. We're going to talk about Ukraine. We're going to talk about that. And we got a couple other things on tap before the Georgia Hour.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're saying those two words you want to hear. You're approved. It doesn't matter what credit problems you drove in with. The only thing that matters is you're driving out in a new Chevy. Bankruptcy, foreclosure, job loss, even repossession won't stop you this time. So come hear it for yourself. You're approved at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. There's 2 other things I want to do before 10 o'clock, and we get into the Georgia hour. I want to talk about Russia and Ukraine. I want to talk about Russia and Ukraine. I want to talk about Pete Hegseth and the deep state. What is exactly happening there? I mean, I've asked you to tell me what your thinking is. So, we want to talk about that. And sorry, I just had something pop up over here that. So, let me say this: I have talked for the longest time. We've done on this show. I'm going to go through some graphics here that we all have watched Zelensky. We know the backstory. We watched Zelensky come to the White House. Trump threw him out. We've all watched that. Fine. So we watched Zelensky get thrown out of the White House. We know for a fact that Bessent went to Ukraine, tried to make a deal with Zelensky on the minerals, got very angry. Zelensky went to Munich, the Security Council meeting, whatever. J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, they know Zelensky's lying, wouldn't sign the deal there, said, well, get me in the White House. All right. We know Zelensky wants war. Now, Trump has been very upfront. Give me 131 with this guy. You don't have any cards to play. You're done. You do understand you're finished. You have no cards to play, right? Trump, Ukraine, Zelensky on social media. You don't have cards. You lost. Vladimir Zelensky lost the war. Now, number 130, all right, here is the map. It has not changed, right? You have Crimea, 2014. And I don't want to go there yet. Now, give me 124. I always like to show you where Fox is in on it. Fox is upset. War in Ukraine, right? Brit Hume over there. Trump is going to give away. We don't support aggression. When people move on territory, we don't support. Here is 121. This is Zelensky. This guy's in South Africa. Zelensky cuts trip to South Africa short due to Kiev strikes. He's in South Africa. What's he doing? Selling the minerals there? What's he doing in South Africa? Why is he not home? Now, he doesn't want to make a deal because he doesn't want elections. We know that. He doesn't want to end this wealth tour that him and some friends are on. 106, J.D. Vance, he knows, right? This is the Vice President of the United States, 106, J.D. Vance. Time for us to walk away if Russia and Ukraine don't agree on a deal. They know that. Marco Rubio knows that. So let's go with a couple of these. Number one, White House debates lifting sanctions on Russian energy assets Nord Stream. Now, this is being talked. It's being denied out there, but it's being talked about, all right? This is being talked about around the world. Witkoff, Rubio, they're trying to, when I say nicely, this is as nice as Trump's going to get. Give me number 6. All right? Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is boasting in front on the front page of the Wall Street Journal that Ukraine will not legally recognize the occupation of Crimea. Man, Zelensky, you lost. You lost the war. Russia won. There's nothing to talk about here. The statement is very harmful to the peace negotiations with Russia in that Crimea was lost years ago, 2014, under the auspices of President Barack Hussein Obama, and is now even a point of discussion. It's been gone since 2014. Why are you saying, what are you saying here? The UK did not come and support you. The European Union did not come and support you. France did not come and support you. They've had 11 years, it's 2025, to come and support you on Crimea. And obviously for 11 years, Russia has existed. Sanctions or whatever you put over Crimea did not work. Nobody is asking Zelensky to recognize Crimea as Russian territory, but if he wants Crimea, why didn't they fight for it 11 years ago when it was handed over to Russia without a shot being fired? It's exactly right. 11 years ago, I'm saying it right here. Why didn't you fight 11 years ago? Russia took it over. The area also houses, for many years before the Obama handover, major Russian submarine bases. It's inflammatory statement like Zelensky's that makes it difficult to settle the war. He has nothing to boast about. The situation in Ukraine is dire. He doesn't care about his people. He doesn't care about the people out in the country of Ukraine. None whatsoever. He could have peace or he could fight for another 3 years before losing the whole country. He's going to lose the whole thing. Russia, how many times have we put up graphics where Russia has talked about tactical nukes? Russia has the largest nuclear arsenal in the world. The single country. This guy does not have any cards. He's going to lose the whole country. We're in there saying, look, make a deal with us. If we're in here mining and doing business, if you have commerce with us, that's your security. The Russians are not going to attack you because our American countries are in there. We're going to go to Russia and say, look, we're going to invest in Ukraine. We've already invested. I know that. Quit yelling at me. But we're going to invest in Ukraine and mining and manufacturing and things like that. That's your security agreement, that we're there. But no, the deep state wants those military, the arms to be sold, the tanks, the planes, the ammo. He has nothing to boast about. The situation is dire in Ukraine. He can have peace, or he can fight for another 3 years before losing the whole country. I have nothing to do with Russia, but have much to do with wanting to save, on average, 5,000 Russian and Ukrainian soldiers a week who are dying for no reason whatsoever. The statement made by Zelensky today will do nothing but prolong the killing field, and nobody wants that. We are very close to a deal, but the man with no cards to play should now finally get it done. I look forward to being able to help Ukraine, Russia get out of this complete and total mess that would have never started if I were president. This is the statement. Now, they are upset, okay? Give me number 5, right? They are losing it over this statement, right? Here's the Atlantic, number 9. Here's the headline. Trump accuses Zelensky of sabotage a U.S. peace plan for Ukraine. Number 12. This is the Atlantic. Trump's plan to sell out Ukraine to Russia. No, there's no plan to sell it out. Ukraine lost. They lost the war. Period. It's a dire situation. Number 13, Trump demands that Ukraine accept Russia's war gains. For 11 years, they've had Crimea. Really? Let's see what else I have here on. Oh, I like that one. I've got to get to that one in just a minute. Here is, I want to get just a couple graphics out of the networks before I play the videos. Let's see, 2 to 3 weeks trade. Give me number, well, we already showed 106. Give me 107. Witkoff is going over for the 4th time to Russia. We've told you that here for the longest time. Here is 108 and 109. You know, it's inflammatory statements that make it so difficult to settle the war. Now, we're going to talk about that one in a minute. Give me video, and we showed you this one here, 102. There is the red region. As you can see, Crimea there with Russian submarine bases, 11 years. That's what Trump said 11 years ago. Now, 124. Our media is so corrupt. Give me 115. I mean, V15. Sorry about that. Not you. V15, the video.
Putin either hasn't agreed to them or has immediately broken them. I'm not sure, what concessions Putin will ever be willing to make, but he certainly hadn't made very many so far.
He doesn't have to make any. I don't know what concessions Putin will make. He hasn't made any so far. He does not have to. Vladimir Putin, Russia does not have to make concessions to Ukraine. They don't. It's an unconditional surrender. Give me video 14.
Jonathan Lemire, obviously Russia, Vladimir Putin emboldened by having a new president who they view as very favorable to his approach here and his war aims. But if you go back to what President Trump said, again, explicitly attacking our ally, attacking President Zelensky, and again, putting all of the burden, all of the onus on the victim of this invasion 3 years ago. Where does this go from here? Are they setting a pretext to walk away completely from all of this? Because if you look at what we've had reported out from this apparent peace deal, it gives everything Russia could have ever wanted when it started this war.
Let's start right there. The White House, Trump administration has asked Russia to give up nothing. There's been no compromise, no concession requested from the Trump team. He has a number of times even blamed Zelensky for the start of this war, which is preposterous. There's a sovereign nation. Russia invaded in February of 2022. We know from Marco Rubio last week saying that the United States might be willing to walk away from peace talks if a deal can't get done soon. We had J.D. Vance yesterday, while on overseas, spelling out, and we'll get into the details in a moment, but conditions for a ceasefire, for peace, which would involve Russia, Ukraine giving up Crimea. And that's the sticking point right now. The Ukrainians are simply not going to recognize Russian territory. Now there's going to be
giving up Crimea. That started in February 2022. Crimea's been gone for 11 years. 11 years. We're attacking the victim. They're an ally. Everything Russia wanted, they're getting. They're giving up nothing. A war that they started in February of 2022. Folks, Crimea has been 11 years. Barack Hussein Obama. You never get the truth from these people. You get no truth from these people. Give me video 4.
The table actually includes officially recognizing the Crimean Peninsula as Russian territory.
I will say that I think Russia is ready, and a lot of people said Russia wanted to go for the whole thing. And I think we have a deal with Russia. We have to get a deal with Zelensky, and I hope that Zelensky, I thought it might be easier to deal with Zelensky. So far it's been harder, but that's okay. It's all right. But I think we have a deal with both.
If I may, this deal that you have with Russia, does it include recognizing Russia's sovereignty over Crimea?
Well, everything is good. Look, I just want to see the war end. I don't care. If they're both happy, they both sign an agreement. I have no favorites. I don't want to have any favorites. I want to have a deal done.
We want to have a deal done. No NATO. Zelensky is the problem here. He's the problem. Now Zelensky's putting out, and they're running the narrative that Zelensky wants to meet Trump in Rome at the Pope's funeral. To hell with that. To hell with this guy. No more. I mean, you're going to keep it up. Russia's going to take the whole thing. We're going to walk. We're going to walk, okay? And I'm telling you right now, France can't go in there without us. The UK can't go in there without us. They're not going to go in there. They're not going to attack Russia for you. Crimea's been there for 11 years. I'm just trying to stop 5,000 a week from dying. Your security guarantees we're going to be in the region with you. I mean, this guy is so corrupt. Give me video 3. We'll play that one. Well, we're going to play the entire, this time, video 3.
A lot of leaders attending the Pope's funeral who also said they'd like to meet with you while you're there. Do you have any meetings set up?
Yes, I do. I have a lot of meetings set up. I don't know if I can do it. Do you want to help me out, fellas? I've got a lot of meetings. I got every leader in the world, which tells you that we have a good product. It's called the United States of America, and it's great.
And on the war in Ukraine, are you going to be meeting with President Zelensky? He's asked to meet with you this weekend. Will you be meeting with him?
I don't know. I don't know that he's going to the funeral or not, but I just hope he gets this thing solved.
President Trump at the White House yesterday there. Those comments came hours after a social media post where the president blamed the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, for derailing negotiations to end Russia's invasion of his country. The question is a peace deal even possible at this point?
Russia won. I know our media doesn't recognize that. I know lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are glossing over it. They're not even talking about it anymore. Russia won. Okay? Now, Zelensky, they have the nerve to ask Trump, oh, he wants to meet you in Rome. What do you think about that? I don't think Trump should meet this guy ever again. And I will have to tell you, Vladimir Putin wants him gone. Trump wants him gone. And I thoroughly understand it. I understand. Vladimir Zelensky needs to go. This is a bad person. I know Vladimir Putin's a bad person. I'm telling you right now, they don't want this war to end. And they want a new war in place. This one's going to end. You got to get us a new one. That would be Iran. What's going on there? Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about that. Before we do, I want to show you something. Just a couple things on a side note, because we want to focus on that. Number 10, Dick Durbin. When you say everything that's wrong, this is everything that's wrong right here. When you get that one up, I want you to go to 126, right? 126. Dick Durbin retiring after nearly 3 decades in the Senate. Then give me 126. Durbin, number 2 Senate Democrat, to retire after 44 years in Congress. 44 years. Wow, that's unreal. Here's another one. Number 22, Trump brings up Washington Redskins. Love everything about it. And this is number 2. And I wanted to put this up in honor of my brother-in-law. Trump delivers shock verdict on Washington commander's name right there. My brother-in-law, since he was a wee little lad, has always loved the Washington Redskins. So for those true Redskin fans that have had to look at a Commander's helmet and hear them called the Commanders, Trump went off on that yesterday. We're going to take a break, and when we return, let's talk about Pete Hegseth and the Department of Defense and what is possibly happening there.
Great news, Chevy buyers. Truck Month has been extended at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with up to $9,000 off new 2025 Silverado 2500 Crew Cab 4-wheel drives. From light duty to heavy duty, you're going to save a payload during Truck Month, up to $9,000. Come get them before they're gone at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. All right, let's talk about, I got a message. Let me read this message. I have to be careful because I don't want to give away top secret. No, seriously. Someone that knows, that has contact with someone that flies B-2 bomber, a pilot, said that Pete Hegseth did not reveal plans. Did not reveal plans for any kind of military operation. So let's go with this. Hold on just a minute. Let me see which one this is. No, I don't want that one. Let me make sure I got them all up. I'm running behind today. I'm trying to get everything done. Everything. Because we got a lot to do this weekend. I want to do that one. All right, so I want to run some Trump video from yesterday in the Oval Office. So yesterday we have this. We've played this over and over. All right. So we've asked you, what exactly do you think is going on? I mean, what's happening here? Give me number 3. Deep State Destroyer. Tulsi Gabbard announces stunning blow against the deep state after 3 shadowy figures infiltrated U.S. intelligence network. Just saying, all right? Now, number 4. Here you have Dan Caldwell is one of the 3 Department of Defense staffers fired amid investigation into leaks after they were taken away from the premises. All right. You have Caldwell, Darren Slicknick, right? Is that his name? And Colin Carroll. All right. So we're trying to put all of this together because there's a lot of stuff that does not add up. So, number 14, Hegseth set up Signal on computer in his Pentagon office. This is the New York Times. Defense Secretary Hegseth set up the consumer messaging app Signal on his computer in the office of the Pentagon. Now, all you have to do, because I have Signal on this computer, is go to Signal. There's a QR code. You scan the QR code, and you will have it on your computer. It's real easy to set up on your computer, your phone. I have Signal on here, and here. I've got Signal on all of them because there's several groups that I'm on that I keep track of throughout the day. Now, that being said, what they're implying here is, remember when Hillary Clinton, right? Remember when Hillary Clinton went into, give me number 18, here is Tulsi Gabbard has referred several intelligence officials to Pam Bondi. But remember when Hillary Clinton went into her office? Now, when you go into these areas, give me 102. Just want to give this really quick, and then I'll give you an explanation. Because what is really happening here, we're going to put it all out there. Hegseth had Signal Messenger app installed on the office computer. Washington Post this morning. New York Times, 103. His second one, and 104 from the Washington Post. Hegseth had Signal Messenger app installed. The move followed a discussion among Hegseth and his aides about how they could circumvent the lack of cell phone service in much of the Pentagon and more quickly coordinate with the White House and top Trump officials. Now, the State Department, remember Hillary Clinton, the Pentagon, they have a zone. Once you go in, the only thing you have is cleared government communication. Like, remember, Hillary Clinton went into the State Department. Remember that? In her desk drawer, she would put her cell phone. Remember, there was 9, right? There was 9 phones or something smashed with a hammer. Hillary Clinton totally disregarded this, and she didn't go to jail. She didn't get attacked. All right? She totally disregarded this. If you want to talk about something that should be at Pam Bondi, but remember, in the State Department and the Pentagon, right here, once you go into a zone, all communication has to leave, can't go in. You're only able to use the phones and the communication and the computer that's set up for you, and everything is top secret from that point on. What they are telling you is that he took this and he put the app on this computer, and you can do it because I have it right here in front of me right now, looking at it. And what they are trying to tell you is that he wanted a way to coordinate and talk to people faster in his office. Now, this is Washington Post, New York Times. This is what they're running. They're doing everything to get rid of this guy. You see, they marched 3 to the door. They want to march this guy to the door. You got to stop and think, what are they doing here? What's the end game? And, let's see what else I have here on that. So remember, I want to make sure I don't have any other graphics that I wanted to put up there. So Ukraine war. Thank you for the graphics you sent me this morning for the Georgia Hour. I really enjoy those. They're great. Now, we showed you this. We have this. Remember, this guy here, he went where? Give me number 27. Right? 27. Check it out. Pete Hegseth, Pentagon. And 49. Remember, Dan Caldwell was one of the strongest voices at the Pentagon opposing war with Iran. Then he was falsely accused of leaking. Now Tucker says he was falsely accused of leaking classified documents and fired. Tucker seems to, in this interview, unless you have something recent, he seems to take this guy's side, right? Very clear. Seems like very clear he takes his side. Now, where's the other one? I have this one here. I show you Tulsi Gabbard. Here it is. Here's Tulsi number 24. Politicization of our intelligence and leaking classified information puts our nation's security at risk and must end. Those who leak classified information will be found and held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Today, I referred 2 intelligence community leaks to the Department of Justice for criminal referral, with a 3rd criminal referral on its way, which include the recent illegal leak to the Washington Post. These deep state criminals leaked classified information for partisan political purposes to undermine the President of the United States agenda. I look forward to working with the Justice Department and the FBI to investigate, terminate, and prosecute these criminals. Okay? So when are they going to release the 3 names? Are these the 3 referrals right here, number 4? Are these the 3 referrals to Pam Bondi and the FBI? Just checking. Because remember, here's the 3 that were walked out. Because we showed you yesterday. It's got one more thing on this issue. Where is it at? Well, I thought I moved it over. Maybe here it is. Right? Give me number 73. Now, we're putting all these pieces together. We're asking you to look at it and let us know how Lloyd Austin aide became Pete Hegseth's only guy standing. Now, this guy was carrying the bags. He is now 74. In April, that's this month, Pete Hegseth returned from a trip to Panama. The last person to step off the plane before the secretary himself, Ricky Burra. Ricky Burra, Hegseth's junior military assistant and one of the only holdovers from Lloyd Austin. There is a lot happening. Let me show you 2 more things. Number 1, and we're going to get out on this one. Number 79, Nikki Haley. I'm just putting it all out there. I need to know from you. Is Pete Hegseth sold out to the deep state? Is Tulsi Gabbard? Are these guys leaking? Are they trying to start a war with Iran? Who's undermining what's happening? Because Trump doesn't want to go to war. Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel wants war. He was over here. He came over here. His people want war. What influence does Israel have on our Pentagon? There's a lot going on here, folks. I raised alarm bells about this when she was nominated, Tulsi Gabbard, but you chose to attack me over it anyway. There is no room for Iranian sympathizers in the national security team of the U.S. And I told you this is a clear to me from Brian Kemp when this guy says 71, here's what I know. People in the White House are looking at possible Secretary of Defense replacements. Trump is not inclined to replace Pete. People in the White House believe more is coming. Now, this is April 21st. People in the White House believe more is coming on Hegseth that will turn Trump towards wanting a replacement. Now, that's April 21st. This is April 24th. And what do we have this morning from the Washington Post? What do you have from the Washington Post this morning? Where's it at? Number 95. Right? Where else has Hegseth using Signal app? Washington Post. Right here. 102. Hegseth had Signal messaging app installed on his office computer. On the 21st, more to come. White House says there's more to come. 24th, he had Signal on his computer in the Pentagon. Can somebody wrap all this up and give me your thoughts on this? because Pam Bondi and others seem to be looking at certain things here. All right, take a break. When we return, we got 4 or 5 small things that we have to do. Geo, well, they're trying to alter the weather. Take a break.
Great news, Chevy buyers. Truck Month has been extended at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with up to $9,000 off new 2025 Silverado 2500 Crew Cab 4-wheel drives. From light duty to heavy duty, you're going to save a payload during Truck Month up to $9,000. Come get them before they're gone at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. I've got text messages going. I've got notes going. I got people giving me information. You guys are great. All the above. All the above. There you go. So I'm going through there this morning, and I see this right here. I'm going to save that for the Georgia hour, right? Give me this right here. Give me number 20. The UK, look at this, UK scientists to launch outdoor geoengineering experiments. Experiments to dim the sun will be approved within weeks. Britain to approve 50 million, is that what it is? It's not pesos over there. What is it? Euros? Sun dimming experiments in bid to prevent runaway climate change. Now, UK set to conduct experiments in dim sunlight. They're going to try to dim to combat. Now, I know this is the UK. Give me number 21. Other geoengineering projects being tested involved attempt to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, a carbon capture. So what I'm getting at here, and when we, the people, go back to 20, this is the UK. It's the UK. When we talk about our government geoengineering the weather and doing experiments, we're called whack jobs. We're called crazy. We really are. When we discuss hurricanes and we discuss tornadoes and whatever storm, whatever it may be, if we say anything concerning geoengineering of weather, they call us crazy. Well, that's not the only reason they call me. But right here, they're doing experiments to try to dim the sun. You can't make this up. This is happening all around the world. Happening all around the world, period. Number 23. This is not big news, but it is one that I really like. Because give me video. Wait a minute. Let's see. What's number 9? Not video 9. I think I want video. That's not it. I thought I had it. I'm really busy this morning. I'm trying to get my act together. Okay. Give me video 11. I'm pretty sure. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, video 11. Give me video 11.
And they love that team, and I think it's I think it's a superior name to what they have right now, and it had heritage behind it. It had something special. But a lot of the names having to do with, different places, not just Indians, but I think they changed the name of the Cleveland Indians. Why would you take the name Indians off the Cleveland Indians? And now it's called the Cleveland something else. Guardians. Right? Guardians. It just doesn't make sense to me. So we're about bringing common sense back to this country. And it may be popular or unpopular what I'm saying and I've just said to you. He's a nice guy. He got a lot out of me on this one, but I think most people agree with me. I think it really is demeaning to Indians. But to change the name of the Cleveland Indians, as an example, to the Cleveland Guardians is not the same, and I'm sure it has an impact on the team.
Thank you. I understand that has nothing to do with tariffs. That has nothing to do with the economy. That has nothing to do with world peace. I understand that. I get it. That has nothing to do with interest rates. That's got nothing to do with the price of eggs. But I love when this guy, like when they said Guardians, he's like, Guardians, yeah. I have refused to call Cleveland anything but the Cleveland Indians. Right? Period. I won't even watch them. They played the Yankees yesterday because they say Guardians. I will not. Washington Redskins. Oh my God. Billy Kilmer, Joe Theismann, Riggins. The list goes on. Cringe to think the Commanders, the Guardians, and the Commanders. So, I've always got to say hats off to Trump for saying things that, it's these kind of things. Now, Trump is going to go to mark his 100 days in office, right? He's going to mark his 100 days in office. Make sure I don't have anything else that I'm missing here. Where's it at? I have it here. 100 days in office. He's going to Michigan. Where's it at here? I have it here. Michigan. He's going to Michigan to mark 100 days. Dick Durbin. Where's it at? Tesla stock went up. I got that one. Here it is, 125. Trump's going to Michigan to mark 100 days in office. Trump to mark 100 days and trip to Michigan auto worker land. Now, give me video 9.
Again, we don't really want Canada to make cars for us, to put it bluntly. We want to make our own cars, and we're now equipped to do that. They took a lot of our car business. Mexico, too, took a lot of our car business. We want to make the cars here. I'm running this country. I'm not running Canada. And that's why I asked Trudeau, who I call Governor Trudeau, affectionately, but I asked him, why are we spending $200 billion to support Canada, to subsidize Canada? And he was unable to answer the question. I mean, why are we doing that? And I have to be honest, as a state, it works great. As a nation, considering the fact that most of the nation, 95% of Canada, what they do is they buy from us and they sell to us. If we didn't buy their oil, and we don't need their oil. We have more oil than anyone, but we don't need their oil, we don't need their lumber, we don't need their cars, we don't need anything. So I said, why are we doing this? Why are we spending $200 billion? It doesn't make sense. If we needed something, that would be a different subject. So I'm working well with Canada. We're doing very well. We're working on a deal. We'll see what happens. But again, why, representing this country, why are we spending $200 billion to support and subsidize another country? Because if they didn't have us, and if we didn't spend that money, as Trudeau told me, they would cease to exist. He said that to me. They would cease to exist, which is true, certainly as a country.
He's going to Michigan. Michigan has an open Senate seat. An open Senate seat. That's right. Now, Gretchen Whitmer has come out and said there's things about the tariffs concerning the automakers she supports. Remember, Gretchen Whitmer made just a fool of herself in the White House, what was it, a week ago or whatever, where she covered her face up in Michigan? That's right. He's going to Michigan. He's going to talk to the auto workers. Canada, we put it up here. You see the graphics, Diane? You remember the graphics we put up? How many of our plants went to Canada that are manufacturing our cars and sending them here, right? We've showed you that. And Trump said that. So he's going to Michigan. We have an open Senate seat there. And Trudeau, he's 100% right. We don't have to have, we can move that production here. So just saying, I mean, I'm very happy about that. He's going to Michigan. Rumor is he's going to come to Georgia. We'll see. We're going to take a break. When we return, it will be time for the Georgia Hour.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. It's time for the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com. I want to thank every one of you that have sent graphics, pictures, emails, all the above. And I want to thank you for that. So let me share this with you. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching the Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com. Diana, I just sent you some more graphics. I know. I just sent you some more graphics. Can you do me a favor? When you get 137, could you please put it up? All right. Now, we have in Georgia, so if you're out there, we have the Georgia GOP swamp. Okay, wait a minute. Diane, don't put that up. If you get it ready, let's go ahead and go with, give me this one first, number 59. So in Georgia, we are trying to do everything we can. To get rid of the Georgia GOP Inc. and return it to the people. So just Josh McCoon, the current chairman of the Georgia GOP, made a campaign promise that he would refile the paperwork for our party and turn it, for the Georgia GOP Inc., and he would refile the paperwork properly, acknowledging the members, the party, and change the structure like it's supposed to be. All right. And he did not do that. He did not keep his promise. Is that a big deal? Okay. All right. Now, as the Georgia GOP Inc., he is the CEO. He's the dictator. All right. He's the tyrant, all the above. It's just the way it is. We can show on a daily basis. Now, in Georgia, we, the people, get very upset. All right. Now, I would think to clean up this swamp, like certain people would come out and help us do this, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. We'll give you those names next week after we finish our district conventions, and we're going to explain that. We want our lawmakers in Georgia, the Republican lawmakers, the ones with an R, to acknowledge the party once again. Now, Brian Kemp, the governor, made changes to the point where they basically do not acknowledge our lawmakers, the party. They don't. And we're trying everything, and we know the grassroots, the true Trump-supporting America First grassroots, we have to take back. And we're up against strong headwinds in the swamp. But if we can't get this back, the chances of, one, Republicans winning all the constitutional offices, winning and beating John Ossoff, and getting our state reps and our state senators back to paying attention to the people and acknowledging the party, it may be the end. And that's the only way I know to put it. So that being said, we have our districts. So let's go there. This weekend, we have 14 districts in Georgia. And I have told you, this is Josh McCoon. He's the chairman. All right. He's the chairman. And give me number 65. This is Josh's running mate, Sally Grubbs. They are running mates. Okay. Just so you know all the players. This is Sally Grubbs. Now, Cobb County is the metro county that went backwards in the last election. And Sally is the chair. Now, Sally is not a winner, Cobb County chair. She's not a winner there. They have not advanced the party in Cobb County. It is the metro county that went backwards. Cobb. That's Josh's running mate, and this is Josh. Now, what they are doing is they're trying to take over North Georgia. And I've explained this, and we're going to try to do it, and I'm trying to make sure I don't say anything or get worked up because I can't stand the corruption of these people. Give me number 80. The only one I don't have is District 7, but we'll talk about that, all right? So in North Georgia, this is the last bastion of hope. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but this is the last spot of hope we have north of Atlanta of being conservative. Last spot. They have to, when I say the establishment, the swamp, they have to conquer us. They've been trying for a long time. They have to conquer us. So you have the 14th district, and Denise Burns is not running again in the 14th district, and they've conquered it, and they're trying to give it to Jim Tully to be the new district chair of the 14th. So the swamp will have the 14th. Then the 11th district, which has Bartow, has Cherokee County, Bartow, Gordon, a part of Cherokee, and Pickens, just doing this off the top of my head. David Olds, conservative, chairman of the district, right? Now, the chairman of the district, David Olds, Melanie Cohort, 11th district, trying to take it away from David Olds, conservative, right? Now, the 7th district, Lumpkin County, Forsyth County, is Dawson is Dawson in that district now? But anyhow, parts of Cherokee, a red district. The 7th. They're trying to take that away from Richard Jordan. So Josh McCoon and the swamp are trying to take the 14th, the 11th, the 7th, and the 9th. All right? And if they can do that, the establishment will own the state. That'll be it. The establishment will completely own the state. Because you, the 9th district, you, the 14th district, right? You summoned the 7th, the 11th. You went against Brian Kemp. In fact, I went to several Whitfield County, 14th District, David Perdue rallies running against Brian Kemp, right? How many rallies did we go to in the 9th District that were Trump-supported primary candidates against the establishment? Remember that? Right? We had Brian Kemp had David Perdue running against him. We even had that guy running insurance commissioner. What was his name? Nice guy. Remember him? We had him. We had, is it Patrick? What was his name? Last name. We had John Gordon running against Chris Carr. Right? We didn't have anybody run against Burt Jones. Secretary of State, we had Jody Heiss running. Remember Jody Heiss running over in the 10th, running against Brad Raffensperger? How many rallies did we go to in? So, see, they're trying to de-MAGA, and I'm trying to really lay this out. And it's disappointing the people that are involved. They're trying to de-MAGA the party, de-MAGA Georgia, and end it forever. Because I know you hear about Trump in a third term, but it's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen. Trump in a third term is not going to happen. I don't see it. We won't go into that. So, you see, Georgia has got a lot of Trump baggage, right? A lot of Trump baggage in Georgia. I mean, 2016, he won the election. 2018, he had a problem with Brian Kemp. When our Senator Johnny Isakson retired, pay attention to this. I know of what I speak. Brian Kemp let him know, hey, you might have endorsed me. You might have got me the W. But just because the Perdues, Sonny and David, right, asked you to endorse me against Casey Cagle, asked you to endorse me against Stacey Abrams, doesn't mean I will take your suggestion for Doug Collins for senator. Right? So at that time in 2018, the decision was made that Trump wouldn't win 2020 in Georgia. How do you know that? This is really simple, folks. Really simple. Okay. In 2018, when the time came for Doug Collins to be appointed to the Senate and Kemp said no, and then Trump ran in 2020, there was really no way to try to pull Trump over in Georgia. They have not liked Trump for a long time. But guess what? Trump, strong, 14th, 9th, 7th, 11th, right? Very strong. Then you have the primary where it got really ugly, and Trump endorsed all these people. They don't get over it in politics. This is bad blood, folks. Trump endorsed Burt Jones. Trump endorsed David Perdue. Trump endorsed John Gordon. Trump endorsed the fellow that ran. Trump endorsed the fellow that ran for insurance commissioner. Trump endorsed Jody Heiss against Brad Raffensperger. So here's what we got to do. This is what they're saying, right? Here's what we got to do. We have to de-MAGA Georgia. This is it. It's over. And the best way to do that is to collapse the most conservative area of the state, the Trump backing. Now, these people will all come out and tell you they support Donald Trump, right? So now that we have that, we have the districts this weekend. Districts. Again, we got Jim Tully. Tells you he supports Donald Trump the 14th, right? We've got the 11th. Got Melanie trying to take over the 11th with Josh McCoon. Take it away from David Oles. We've got the I think the GRA should pull their endorsement knowing what's going on for Josh McCoon immediately. I think the GRA should immediately pull their endorsement. They don't have to endorse David Cross, but they should pull their endorsement because the Republican values that they say, the conscience of the Republican Party that they say in their paperwork, it's not Josh McCoon. So you got Melanie, you got trying to take it away from Richard Jordan over in the 7th. Now you have the 9th district. The 9th district, the coveted prize. If we could just get rid of Trump in the 9th district. Now, they'll swear that's not what they're doing. They will absolutely swear that's not what they're doing. And I will tell you this. I didn't think there would be a day where Debbie Dooley would sell out Donald Trump. I didn't think there would be that day. But number 137. Debbie has sold out Donald Trump. Okay? She has totally sold out Donald Trump. Attack, I am for hire, the money, Georgia GOP, Debbie, Rhino, bull, crap. Oh, Georgia record, Brian Parker. Tea Party failure. BKP. I know I made it. BKP. All right. So anyhow, we'll go over this in just a minute. This is someone's graphic making a statement that, I don't know, is that the real Debbie? We'll see. So Friday night at the district convention, we've got number 30. We've got Michael Whatley coming in from the RNC. He's the guest speaker. These things don't just happen. They don't just happen. This guy is the guest speaker. Why is Debbie, why are they fighting so hard to win the 9th district? Why? Well, that's where I live. I don't know that that's the reason. But they are, because they want to de-MAGA the state. They want to de-MAGA the country. Now, Michael Whatley, RNC chair, you're going to say, well, he was Trump endorsed and Trump picked him. I know. I'm going to hear all that. Coming into the 9th district by mistake, just because Carl Blackburn or whatever his name is, the chair of the 9th district, called him? No, I don't think so. But he's the speaker at the event in the 9th district Friday night. I will be there. So, that being said, let's stay focused. This guy right here, number 47, this is Stephen Aaron. Now, Stephen Aaron, he has worked in the party for a long time. That's a fact. He's worked for the party for a long time. Stephen Aaron is an establishment Republican. He's not a conservative Republican. He's from Gilmer County. He does not support his own county GOP. Does not support his own county GOP. But here is Debbie Dooley. Now, there's some things I want you to pay attention to. Why is she so interested? Who told her to get involved in the 9th district? Whatley coming in? Josh McCoon? We talked about this. I'm absolutely supporting Stephen Aaron for 9th district. Now, if you read this, her tweet and her support, right? You don't hear Stephen is MAGA, America First, Trump. You don't hear any of that. Now, he's running against a guy from Banks County, Brian Parker. I know Brian Parker. I've spoke at Banks County, right? I spoke at Banks County. I have been helpful to Stephen over the years. She knows all that. So this morning, she put out this tweet here, as we showed you, right? Number 134. And she goes after me and she attacks me. We did this in the opening, but we're going to stay calm here because we're going to lay this out because we have to drain the swamp. We have to drain the swamp. It is hypocritical that the disgraced, that's how she always applies to me or refers to me, GOP first vice chair is attacking Stephen Aaron for working for David Ralston. Okay. Pritchard is as reliable as CBS. That would be me. I was a good friend with Ralston and frequently talked to Ralston. Yes, I did. I live in the 7th Georgia State House District. David Ralston represented the Georgia State House District 7 and was Speaker of the House for years. And I did know David Ralston. I have been in David Ralston's office many times to battle legislation. I had people call me all across the state. He's your representative. Can you talk to him? The last year, David Ralston was at the Capitol as Speaker of the House, as Debbie Dooley well knows, because I'm very transparent. I'm honest. And I look at you and I tell you the truth. Bottom line. Debbie lies, and Debbie lies. And I'm suspect it's very profitable for her. She won't come clean on that. There's no reason she just does this. So I went into the last year Ralston was alive and he was in Atlanta. I went into his office with HB 1170 or 1070, the mental health bill. And this district knows that. We all know that here and across the state. And I took that mental health bill in there. Mallory Staples knows it. Don't you, Mallory? You know it. The Freedom Caucus, they know it. Rhonda Thomas, Truth in Education, she knows it. People all across the state know that I did go in his office and I took that mental health bill and I looked him right in the eye and I said, you have to put a stop to this. They know that. And people in this state know that when he died, I attended the funeral right up here at Fannin County High School. And that's where I walked up to his chief of staff and said, I'm running for this seat. And everyone knows I ran against Cherie Ralston, his widow, and kept her out of Atlanta. Everyone knows that. Debbie knows it, right? Pritchard, Ralston was also a client to one of Pritchard's companies and gave him money. Now, everyone, when I say everyone, most people know that I am not in the marketing business. I do not get in the marketing business. No one out there has had me call and try to sell them advertising. You know that, and I know that. But yes, we have a marketing company. I do not run the marketing company. Period. Debbie knows that. And just like the candidates that Debbie raised money for, right? Margaret, Sam, they all spent money with the marketing company, and so did David Ralston. So she tries to lie, carry water. Now she gets into the accountability role. And she sends out, okay, we're going to get to the NDA. Let's go ahead and put her picture back up, 137. So she sends out an email this morning. Well, that's not her picture, but that's 137. So Debbie sends out an email, and it's kind of sad, Debbie, that you deteriorated to this point. It really is. The deterioration in your effectiveness and your honesty, or lack of honesty, 138. Now, join me and support Stephen Aaron for 9th District Chairman. So leave Trump, leave America First, leave MAGA, join me and go establishment. Now, I want you to look here, and I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but I'm going to break this down. Now, in the email she sends out, right, there's one reference to David Ralston, one reference in this email she sent. Stephen Aaron currently works for Leadership Institute as Georgia Deputy Director for Grassroots. Excerpts. Stephen Aaron was born and raised in Ellijay, Georgia, where he grew up on a farm. Apples, chickens, his passion for politics ignited in 2005 when he served as a page for a state senator, his state senator. Oh, David Ralston. Was he a page for David Ralston at that time in 2005? Was Ralston the state senator? I'm not for sure, Debbie. An experience that it's inspired his dedication to public service and grassroots activism. Stephen began volunteering for campaigns shortly after, including Gary Black's 2005 bid for agriculture commissioner. In 2008, he founded a teenage Republican chapter to engage young conservatives. And let's see, after graduating high school in 2009, Stephen attended Abrams Baldwin Agriculture College, where he continued. Let's see, he volunteered on campaigns, serving in various roles within Georgia Republican Student Government Association, and ultimately chaired both organizations. Notably, he's a lifelong politician. He's never done nothing. Oh, he picked apples in a chicken farm? Yeah. Okay, Debbie, you want to hear the details on his apple chicken farm days? Student government, let's see. He proposed and implemented the regional director program for Georgia Association of College Republicans, leaving a lasting impact on the organization structure and outreach. Now, I have right now, let's see, we'll get to 2015 because I'm going to see where he worked in Trump and supported Trump, and I don't know. Stephen earned his associate's degree in political science and bachelor degree in economic development before managing his first, now listen to this, before managing his first post-college campaign in 2024 for the Georgia Speaker of the House primary race in 2015. So 2024, Debbie, was that the year that Sam ran? Was that the year that you were up here? Is that the year you were in my office, Debbie Dooley, with, well, we won't go who you were with, right, Debbie? Is that when you came in my office and you raised money to help buy advertising in a marketing side of the business for the opponent against David Ralston? You know, you lack to say David Ralston's name here, Debbie. Why did you exclude the name David Ralston in his first campaign ever? Why? Huh. Notably, let's see. In 2014, Georgia Speaker of the House, David Ralston. His first campaign job, Debbie, right? In 2015, he was elected chairman of Gilmer County Republican Party and appointed communication director for the 9th District Republican Party. This guy is the poster picture of a rhino. Give me 113. Stephen's career has been marked with diverse leadership experiences in politics and grassroots advocacy. In 2018 to 2020, he worked with Vanguard Field Strategy, managing field operation campaigns. He also served as a political director for a congressional campaign in Georgia's 7th District. As a campaign staff for Trent Staggs in his race for Salt Lake County Mayor. In 2021, Stephen returned to Georgia politics as a regional field director for a Georgia Republican Party, overseeing Northeast Georgia during general and runoff elections. Debbie, I've only got 2 paragraphs left. When do you say America first? When do you say MAGA credentials? When do you put up the picture with him in his MAGA hat? Where do you put the picture up of him waving Trump signs on the side of the road on a corner? Where do you put up the picture of his Trump shirt? Where do you put it? Debbie, do you remember that Saturday as you held your knife in your pocket that you put in my back on Monday? The Trump rally that I put together with the team. You remember that? The team, the Trump rally that we put together in North Georgia? Stephen wasn't there, Debbie. Stephen wasn't one of the speakers. Stephen did not attend. Carl Blackburn did not attend. The guy that you're championing here did not attend that rally. You remember that one, Debbie? The one right up here on 515 in Fannin County that a team of us put together and I emceed that day? While you looked at me, Debbie, and I said, hey, I know what's going on. And you looked at me and said, don't worry, I've got your back. Little did I know it was the knife in your pocket that you put in it. Remember, Debbie? Debbie, you're a POS. You are a total POS. You put this out. Debbie Dooley does not support Donald Trump. Debbie Dooley now supports Brian Kemp. Hey, Stephen's experience extends beyond campaigns into governance, where he has honors of knowledge of Robert's Rules of Order and parliamentarian procedures through his time as the Future Farmers of America and his political career. He is passionate about teaching effective meeting management, procedure rules, right? In June 2023, Stephen joined the Leadership Institute as Georgia Deputy Director, where he continues to empower conservatives with skills and resources. Not a friggin' word about Donald Trump. Not a word about his experience. Give me number 28. This is Debbie Dooley. Join me in supporting a rhino. Join me in supporting this guy. Wait, 138. Join me in supporting this rhino. Not one word. And the closest she comes in this email is saying David Ralston is Speaker of the House, his first campaign, his love, his passion. Right? Now, here's the reason we're going into this, because I'm trying to show you just how desperate they are to steal, cheat, lie, manipulate, rig elections in Georgia and stomp out MAGA. And Debbie helping do it. So here is the reason to go against Stephen. Right? Give me 140. If you make the mistake of supporting Brian Pritchard's good friend, Brian Parker is my friend. Right? He is my friend. You get GRA's accountability role. That's what you get. Well, you know what? We're tired in the entire state of these politicians going in and buying an R. Just filling out paperwork and buying an R. Okay? Brian Parker is a big fan of the disgraced former. Big fan. Thank you, Brian. I didn't know you were such a big fan. First vice chair. In fact, Pritchard helped recruit him to run. Wow, Debbie. Pritchard also was very close to Speaker David Ralston. Is that the same guy, Debbie, that you called in the top part with Stephen Aaron, Speaker of the House, and you left David Ralston's name out because you were trying to manipulate people's thinking? Very close, and strongly defended him against the Tea Party activists who were trying to pass ethics reform. Ralston even did business with Pritchard. Defended him. Interesting. Okay. You could believe that if you choose, Debbie. It's you, remember, Debbie, that asked me to get you a meeting with him. Ralston even did business with Pritchard. Absolutely true, Debbie. Absolutely true. Just like your candidates that ran against him. Because if someone calls today, the marketing department, and says, I would like to buy advertising or look at a marketing program you have to offer, our marketing program prices it out to them. We don't do it. We don't say we don't, but we don't do it for Democrats. But primary opponents, Debbie, do you know that the Speaker of the House could have put the kind of fear in us not to take your money or the money you collected, Debbie, for your candidates? But what did we do when you came here and you wanted to put money in for Sam and Margaret had money? What did we do? The marketing department sold you the marketing package that you purchased. Debbie, you're a total liar. You're a complete fake, phony fraud. Oh, that's what they call me. Parker strongly supports the GRA's accountability rule and allows a select few in a dark back rooms to decide which buddies is worth the run and which ones to throw under the bus. Catoosa County passed the accountability rule, and the grassroots came extremely close to losing control of Catoosa GOP. The grassroots of Barrow County hadn't passed the disastrous accountability rule, but elected officials were taking no chances and got their folks to turn out to mass meetings. The grassroots lost control of Barrow GOP. Now, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up because the 9th District is this weekend, number 37. All right. Now, you can't believe a word. We've showed you in black and white 136 here, right? Look at 136. This is when, if you don't think Debbie Dooley will sell you out on any given day, this is when she asked me if I could get her a meeting with House Speaker David Ralston. So this is Debbie Dooley standing in the Speaker of the House, David Ralston's office, with a picture. And you know how I got the picture? Debbie sent it to me. Right? She had a meeting and they discussed burying the hatchet and working together. Remember that, Debbie? That you and Ralston were going to work together? So then we have her attacking the GRA. Totally attacking the GRA. Nathaniel Darnell, right? The Frost family. Alex Johnson, Joanna, Denise Burns, Candace Taylor, Marcy McCarthy, GRA. You guys turn in your GRA cards. I don't have one. They turned me down. You turn in your GRA card or remove your endorsement of Josh McCoon. Because you know good and well she's working somehow, some way. So we once again show you the 9th District. Remember what's going on and what's happening. This is a bad person. I mean, I have never come on here and discussed Muslim. Never. I don't do it. But when Sophia Farouk, all right, was at Cobb County, this is Josh and the running mate, right? This is Josh and his running mate, number 65. Right there, Sally Grubbs. When Sally Grubbs was chair of Cobb County Republican Party, and Sophia Farouk was a volunteer for a Trump rally and got approved to be one and went. When Sophia Farouk was a precinct captain or whatever they call them in Cobb, and she ran her precinct, when she knocked on doors, when she showed up and attended the meetings, nothing was said. Not a word. Sally didn't say anything. Now, we all know, because a lot of people are leaking, how the Dr. Fun Fong, or whatever his name is, and Sophia Farouk, right? I had a phone call from a friend of Debbie's the other day, and that would be Dooley, that said they were in the room and there was no way that the Trump endorsement was serious. It said for entertainment. Everybody in the room knew it. But immediately after that, Debbie, Dooley, Sally Grubbs, the whole disgraced Debbie crew, they went out and they hunted they hunted up. These people, everything about this is corrupt. All right. Number 66. This is Mary Clarice Hathaway, and she happens to be there with Josh. And I think she's like, I think I have a problem. I think I have a problem. And this is, I'm putting a caption to it. And I think Josh is saying, what a tangled web we're in here. How do we get out? So this is the lady in Cobb. I think she did live in South Carolina. We won't go there. And then after, just like Stephen Aaron, now she went and did a character assassination, number 69. Now here's Debbie. She runs over that night after she did her character assassination of Sophia Farouk, all right? And she is loving up on Sally Grubbs, and they are excited that their false, fake accusations, all the above. I didn't get involved in that. But attacks that she did, the dirty, now she's moved over and she's attacking, Brian Parker, someone she doesn't even know, an Eagle Scout. If you notice, she doesn't have the guts or courage, Debbie, listen, because I know you're listening. She doesn't have the guts or courage to attack Brian Parker's character. Well, she attacks me. I'm glad she does that. Attack Brian Parker's character. Attack him for being MAGA. Attack him for being America First. Attack him for being a Trump supporter. Because see, what Debbie knows is Brian Parker, there's probably hundreds of pictures with a MAGA hat, hundreds of pictures of him waving a Trump sign, hundreds of rallies. There's pictures of Brian Parker, not Josh McCoon, with Colton Moore. There is Brian Parker emceed. I mean, she is a terrible person, just terrible. In fact, let's put that picture up. I think it's 137, right? We had an event to raise money. We had an event to raise money in I forget what county it was, but it's the 9th district to raise money to put towards David Schaefer, Sean Still, and Kathy Latham. And when I say we, I was there and I spoke, but the core group, right? $35,000 they raised. And they gave it to Lori McLean, the treasurer. The MC that night, Brian Parker. The person in the group, there was a leadership group. You have Ron. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm not going to name names. We had a leadership group. You know who was in the leadership group to raise the $35,000? Brian Parker. You know who they got to come up and auction off things to raise money? Colton Moore. You know who was not in the room that night? Josh McCoon. You know who was not in the room that night? Stephen Aaron. No, they can't attack. She's not attacking Brian Parker. She's saying he's my friend. Okay? You got me. Damn. Right? Well, if you elect Brian Parker, Brian Pritchard may... Debbie, I have been Carl Blackburn. Right? Carl, you know, right? Rebecca Yardley, you know. Richie Stone, you know. Huh? You want the list to go on? I've been in the 9th district for 24 years. In the 9th district. I was in the 9th district when how many state conventions have I gone to? District conventions. I was in the 9th district. White County. I went to White County. I was called one night. I have done probably 35 debates in the 9th district. It's Debbie, you know that. Why Brian Parker is elected. Brian Pritchard. Debbie, I'm not leaving the 9th district. And I'm going to work in the 9th district Republican Party. I went to Fannin County the other night. You know who? Debbie, do you know how everybody got to watch that forum? That was me. I just turned the camera on. Turned it off. Everybody got to watch it. Debbie Dooley won't attack Brian Parker. MAGA, America First. Debbie, did you miss that with Stephen Aaron? Debbie, did you call Stephen Aaron and say, before I can endorse you, did you vote for Nikki Haley? Stephen Aaron, did you say that to unify the country, Donald Trump should pick Nikki Haley for a running mate? Just saying. So, Debbie Duelist. Now, 136, as she continues to attack. She can't attack Brian Parker for his credentials. Brian Parker may not know all the Roberts Rules of Order, like Stephen Aaron. But I'll tell you what he does know. He knows Trump, supports Trump. He's conservative. He's MAGA. He's an Eagle Scout, all the above. Now, Georgia GOP Inc. Let's go back there for a minute because we got the 9th district, right? Now, we've got right here. This is number 84. These are terrible people. That's terrible. They hate me. So what? I should find nice words? Somebody said, you probably shouldn't say this. What? John Fredericks is a terrible person. I don't know who pays for this. I don't know. They could attack me. But I know this much. John Fredericks, he gets his cha-ching. You think John Fredericks is taking a break from the White House? You think John Fredericks is taking a break of standing out in front of the White House or the press room to do this once a week? Just because he wants to be in Georgia and support these people? Oh, hell no. I don't know what it cost. But there's Debbie on there. There's Marcy. There's Caroline Jeffords. And there's Sally Grubbs. Diane, can you get the video from yesterday of Sally Grubbs? Do you remember which one it was where she was crying to John Fredericks that David Cross doesn't have a plan? Because I want to wrap up my last 9 minutes. Now, yesterday, we showed you this. All right, give me graphic. Where's the one? Give me 133. All right. Now, the Georgia GOP Inc., my God. All right. The Georgia GOP Inc. put out a 9-page NDA, a 9-page legal document. 9 pages that all the candidates have to sign to get the delegates. They all got to sign it to get the delegates, right? 9 pages. They're trying everything in the world to save their swamp, right? Oh, we got to switch things up come Monday, because come Monday after the districts are over, there's other stories we have to go to. Now, this is what I hear. Give me 31. When I say this is what I hear. All right. 9-page NDA. Now, David Cross, 31. Is that right? There is 31. Is that 31? I may have gave you the wrong number. I apologize if I did. There you go. Thank you, Diane. David Cross has not signed the 9-page NDA. Not signed it. Can you get me his video from yesterday? Do you have it? Diane's good. I was like, really? I got to start hunting up yesterday? Do you have David's NDA video from yesterday? If you do, can you run it? Now, David hasn't signed it. I don't know.
I'm David Cross, and I'm the second vice chair for the Georgia GOP. I'm running to become your chairman of the Georgia GOP. We've got some games that are being played right now at the Georgia GOP where I'm trying to get the delegate list so I can reach out to you and the other delegates and alternates are going to be going to the convention on June 7th. So here's the NDA that I got. I have to stand up on a chair. This is ridiculous. Are we trying to keep the secrets of the Epstein files down at the Georgia GOP or the stealth fighter jet? I don't know. To me, this looks like we're playing a lot of games. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you informed.
Now, where are the district chairs? Where are the people across the state stepping up and talking about this being ridiculous, how they're trying to manipulate election? Now, that's what they have to sign to get access to the delegates, to have their email address, the voters. That's who they are. The delegates are the voters, to have their email address and phone number. Josh is trying to keep it away from them, totally trying to keep it away from certain candidates and won't let them have it. No one's going to sign this. You look at this document. It's not going to be signed. These are volunteer positions. I mean, I have people that have taken this to an attorney and they're like, there's no salary with this. There's no benefits with this. This is a volunteer. Hell no, you don't sign this. I got that from somebody yesterday. They showed it to their attorney. I'm like, no, you don't sign this. So right now, that's the only way. Now, Sally Grubb started crying. Let me go through this, okay? Lisa Pierce has told me direct that she's not signed. She hasn't signed it. She's not going to sign it, okay? I don't know. Noreen Cantor, second vice chair, said she would not sign it, all right? I don't know about Lori McLean. I did not ask her. I did not ask Nixon for secretary. I did not ask Jaquan Stembridge if he was going to sign it. Kylie Kramer said she would not sign it. And I heard Jaquan was considering not signing it, so I can't make that a confirmation to sign it. Now, do you have Sally crying on Frederick's show yesterday?
I sent an email to David Cross. I've had conversations. You know, the way that our state party rules are constructed, the chair, basically the first and the second vice chair, will serve at not the pleasure of, but at the direction of what the chair wants to do. And so anyway, I sent Cross an email and said, you know, what is your vision? And I have still yet to get a response. You know, Josh and I have discussed things that, you know, the initiatives and that kind of thing, but there is a total lack of a plan. I sent an email to David Cross.
AKA Sally Grubhub, also known as Goldilocks. So Goldilocks there is crying, okay, that David Cross doesn't have a plan. I sent an email. Josh McCoon's my running mate. David doesn't have a plan. There's no plan. I asked him, what's the plan for me? Folks, the delegates, David cannot, I've not seen a plan. I have not seen a plan. Let me look you in the eye. Debbie, pay attention. I have not seen a plan from David Cross put out anywhere. But I do know this. He told me, and I don't want to quote it because I don't want to get it wrong, because I am really into accuracy. He told me the delegates, he wanted the delegate list, those are the voters, and then actually send them a message with the actual plan he has to win in 2026. He can't get the delegate list. Sally's trying to make it sound like he doesn't have a plan. These people are terrible, terrible people. Now, let me show you this. Number 32. All right. 32. This is the document. This is it. When I ran in 2023 for first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, that was the document. That was it for the delegates. When David Cross ran at the same time, and that's where I met David on the campaign trail in 2023, that's what he got for the delegates. David Cross. Now, number 33, as you look at this, 33, 34, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. This is what you have to sign to get the delegates. David Cross video one more time. I think it's appropriate.
I'm David Cross, and I'm the second vice chair for the Georgia GOP. I'm running to become your chairman of the Georgia GOP. We've got some games that are being played right now at the Georgia GOP where I'm trying to get the delegate list so I can reach out to you and the other delegates and alternates who are going to be going to the convention on June 7th. So here's the NDA that I got. I have to stand up on a chair. This is ridiculous. Are we trying to keep the secrets of the Epstein files down at the Georgia GOP or the stealth fighter jet? I don't know. To me, this looks like we're playing a lot of games. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you informed.
Give me number 137. Oh, no, 133. Let's go 133. That's the NDA, the Georgia GOP. I just have to tell you, let me make sure I don't have anything else here that I'm forgetting this morning before we close. I have some other information for Monday. There's some information coming in concerning the security company. There's some information coming in concerning the audio company. There's a lot of other information coming in where that's concerned. Let me do my double check here. Now, number 80, don't forget, if you want MAGA, all right, I don't know who's running against Jim Tully in the 14th district, but if you want MAGA, America First, Donald Trump supporting, conservative leader, constitutional leader in Georgia that is going to participate in draining the swamp, do not vote for Melanie Collier. Do not vote for Melanie Collier in the 11th district. Vote for David Oles. Vote for David Oles. Do not vote, I forget the opponent over in the 7th. Vote for Richard Jordan in the 7th district. And vote for Brian Parker in the 9th district. Do not vote for these people. If you want to save MAGA in Georgia, number 81, stay away from this individual. All right. Stay away from this person right here. Just stay away. 137. I like this graphic. I don't know who sent this. I want to give a shout out to whoever sent this to me. Whoever sent this and made this graphic, big shout out. All right. Whoever sent that and made that graphic. Give me 133. I want to give a shout out to this one. 133. Whoever made this graphic and sent it to me. Shout out. I don't know. They just come through on a number. I don't know. There you go. And whoever made this graphic, 59 and sent it to me. That's another one. I like that one. And never forget, you should always find number 64. You should always find someone in life that makes you smile, like Travis Bowden makes Josh McCoon smile. The question we always ask, we are the network, number 63, that always ask, what time is little X's bedtime? So I'm your host, BKP. I will be tomorrow night at the 9th District, Congressional District Banquet. I will be at the convention Saturday. Please, Diane, you see our number on the bottom? 706-889-9700. I will have that. If you're around the state this weekend, you got fishy things going on, fishy. You've got things happening in the 7th, the 14th, the 11th, anywhere in the state. Please send us, okay? Please send us those messages. I'll have it. And if you're at the 9th this weekend, come up and say hello. Cuss me out. Whatever you think's appropriate. Just saying. I'll see you soon. Monday, Friday night, Saturday morning. Don't forget. Take us out of here.